Shalom. I want to start out by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Kol Halo Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Again, the name of the Father is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. I was browsing through this article. I'll just read the headline. Iran's doctors want UN, the United Nations, to answer tough questions about Duma chemical attack provocation. All right, which we all know it was a false flag. It was a false flag last time. They illegally bombed Syria, the United States of America, and it was a false flag this time. The United States of America, the United Kingdom, and France illegally bombed Syria. All right. Iranian medical specialists investigating the chemical attack that allegedly took place in the Damascus suburbs in April have asked the United Nations leadership to help deal with a number of unanswered questions related to the incident, which served as a pretext for massive attack against Syria. All right, the United Nations is bought out by the United States of America and the major bankers. All right, so that's why you see UK, France, they're all distancing themselves from the United States of America because America got too much exposure. All right, so I just want to point out it was a false flag. Here it is.
Harrowing scenes, panic, fear, terror, soaked, trembling children, screaming adults, and
if there's a chemical attack, it'd be deep in the soil. If there's a chemical attack, these kids would be dead. There's the kid who is from...
My mother told me that we had run out of food.
That's a kid from the propaganda video staged by the White Helmets, who the United States UK funds.
That we had to go to the hospital, so we went there.
It's perfectly fine, but they bombed it before there was an investigation because they wanted to erase any
11-year-old Hassan Diab
any sign of evidence. All right, the United States pays the White Helmets. The United Kingdom pays the White Helmets.
Sprayed. He was found in Duma, and
so I'm gonna fast forward and see. That's what they don't like.
Chemical attack symptoms here.
Eyewitnesses. All right, and again, but you'll see on the mainstream media, you gotta attack Syria, you gotta attack Syria. Every single reporter, whether it be MSNBC, CNN, everyone was saying, you gotta bomb Syria, you gotta bomb Syria. Why? Because they make $30,000 a day and they're paid off by the military-industrial complex. That's why. All right, the United States of America is corrupt and it's known. They fund the White Helmets, they fund terrorists. All right, here's more on the White Helmets.
Now, the Syrian rescue group known as the White Helmets.
And keep in mind, the United States of America's intelligence committee, the intelligence of the United States of America, it never escaped their mind. For years, they were funding terrorists. They were funding the White Helmets. Why? So they can stage propaganda videos just like this, so they could show it back here in the States, so that way they could go ahead and invade another people's country and take their resources. That's what the United States of America is known for. The United States of America are the terrorists, and they fund terrorism in all over Africa, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan. They fund terrorism so they can destabilize the country. All right? Syria was perfectly fine for Christians, for everybody alike. Syria was perfectly fine. All right? But they want to fund terrorism so that way they could be mass murder so they can have a reason to go in there. All right? The United States of America is corrupt and they're true terrorists, along with the United Kingdom and France and the United Nations.
Online after posting a video of them faking saving someone while doing the so-called mannequin challenge.
And they knew about all this evidence and they were still funding them for years.
And our video recorded. Well, this footage shows the group's rescuers standing
on cue. You hear a noise and then he moves.
Over an apparently wounded man, and it does look realistic.
Propaganda video.
So realistic, in fact, that it's raising serious questions about the authenticity of the White Helmets' other frequently posted videos. This particular video was deleted from the group's accounts a few hours after it was posted. There are plenty who regard the White Helmets as heroes of the Syrian war, but it also has a background that is somewhat dubious.
All right, here's more on the White Helmets.
The Syrian first responders.
And everyone celebrates them as heroes. And they themselves, all right, they know full well that the United States of America funds terrorism. These are journalists. They know they're paid to lie. And each and every single one of these guys on CNN, MSNBC said, Trump has to bomb Syria. Trump has to bomb Syria. All right, here's a picture of the white helmets holding al-Nusra flags, firing weapons with Al-Qaeda. And there's several other videos that proves that they are terrorists. All right, and if you look at civilians on the ground, they interviewed Syrians on the ground, said the white helmets are terrorists. They don't care about us. They stage propaganda. As soon as they make their video, they leave. They hold the resources, they hold the food, they hold the supplies, and they bribe and use that to as a tool to pay off civilians on the ground. All right. So the white helmets are terrorists. Al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, ISIL. All right. The United States of America funds them. Again, here is Silkway Airlines. All right. This is on Wikipedia. All right. In July 2017, an investigation by Bulgarian journalists alleged that Silkway Airlines exploited a loophole. It wasn't alleged. It was proven fact. There's documents all over the internet that prove and tied the United States of America to funding terrorists. All right, which are known terrorists on the list of the terrorist groups to the United Nations. All right, and the United Nations paid off by the United States of America. All right, exploited a loophole in the international aviation transport regulations to offer flights to defense contractors, private companies. Under the International Air Transport Association regulations, the transport of military cargo by civil aircraft is not allowed. To get around this legality, Silkway Airlines applied for diplomatic exemption for aircraft and their cargo, diplomatic charter flights, through local agencies to transport military humanitarian goods across the world to several conflict zones such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Syria, and as well as the African countries like Congo and Burkina. All right, so the United States is funding terrorists, supplying weapons that are foreign made. They pay for them, and they supply weapons in the hands of terrorists to destabilize all these regions: Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Syria, and African countries like the Congo and Burkina Faso. Now, if you look up, all right, is General Wesley Clark. He said, all right, the United States is a classified information that he got that the United States of America was trying to overthrow Iran, Syria, Libya, and several other countries, all right, to take their resources, all right? They got Libya, they got Syria, they got Iraq, all right? They're trying to get Syria right now, and they are indeed trying to get Iran, and they can, all right, but there's too much exposure on the United States of America. But they are going to try anyways because that's how prideful the United States of America is, a military-industrial complex. All right, the published documents included correspondence between the Bulgarian Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Embassy of Azerbaijan to Bulgaria with attached documents for diplomatic clearance for overflight and or landing in Bulgaria and many other European countries, USA, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Turkey, and other countries. The documents disclosed that American defense interests had shipped over $1 billion of materials through Silkway Airlines corporate subcontractors, including Purple Shovel, based in Sterling, Virginia. All right, Purple Shovel, they use Purple Shovel to buy the weapons and send them into these places. It's all directly linked to the United States American government. All right, based in Sterling, Virginia, U.S. Department of Defense subcontracting vehicle Coleman International LLC, based in Alexandria. Weapons and defense procurement firm Chemring Military Products, based in Perry, Florida. When Silkway Airlines did not have enough available planes, Azerbaijan's Air Force jets would transport the military shipments. In the investigation, the reporter accused responsible authorities of many countries. All right, and again, the scripture said a little leaven leavens a whole lump. These guys sold out for millions of dollars, and you know what? There's no end to it. All right, and this document, it just raises more questions. Okay, the United States, it's safe to assume, and it's in fact certain, the United States has 1,000 ways from Sunday to funnel weapons into the hands of terrorists and money into the hands of terrorists. Again, this is World War III. It's World War III right now via proxies, all right, via false flags, all right, and them illegally occupying other people's countries. This is World War III. When Silkway Airlines did not have enough available planes, Azerbaijan's Air Force jets would transport the military shipments. In the investigation, the reporter accused responsible authorities in many countries: Bulgaria, Czech Republic, Hungary, Israel, Poland, Romania, Serbia, Slovakia, Turkey, as well as to the militaries of Saudi Arabia. All right, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the United States of America are the main players, all right, and destabilizing regions, being terrorists, all right? the military forces of Germany and Denmark and Afghanistan, of Sweden and Iraq, and the U.S. Special Operations Command, U.S. SOCOM, to have turned a blind eye and allowed diplomatic flights for transport of tons of weapons. All right, and I've seen the documents myself. You could look it up. SOCOM paid for the weapons to go in the hands of terrorists. All right, I have turned a blind eye, allowed diplomatic flights for the transport of tons of weapons carried out by civil aircrafts for military needs. However, in February 19, 2008, the Bulgarian Civil Aviation Administration released an official statement refuting the false allegations with the statement that the Directorate General Civil Aviation Administration to the Ministry of Transport, Information Technologies, and Communications of the Republic of Bulgaria would like to clarify the following. All flights operated by Silkway Airlines from Trauf, the territory of Bulgaria, with special military production on board were performed in accordance with all national, international regulations and legal provisions, with all respective permits, certificates, and documents for transportation by air of such sensitive cargo. Without exception, Silkway Airlines strictly adheres to all IATA and ICAO regulations for safe transportation of dangerous goods by air. For every flight, the operator and the shipper of the cargo duly disclose in a legal manner and by legal documents the origin, the route of the flight, as well as the co-signer, co-signee, and the end user. There is no place for tendentious speculations that transported on-board cargo is intended for known terrorist enclaves in Syria and other conflict zones in Central Asia and Africa. All flights were done under the control of the Directorate General Civil Aviation Administration, as well under the control of many other responsible national and international authorities. All right, just false. All right, and I'll show you right now. This is the woman that exposed. She went into a terrorist compound, and here she is looking at the cargo directly in the hands of terrorists, all right? And the intelligence community intended for those weapons go in the hands of terrorists. Here's documents proving, all right? U.S. sends $1 billion worth of weapons. Among the main customers are diplomatic flights for weapons service provided by Silkway Airlines and American companies which supply weapons to U.S. Army and U.S. Special Operations Command. Common element in these cases is that they all supply non-U.S. standard weapons, hence the weapons are not used by U.S. forces. According to the Register of Federal Contracts, over the last 3 years, American companies were awarded $1 billion contracts in total under a special U.S. government program for non-U.S. standard weapons supplies. All of them use Silkway Airlines for the transport of weapons. In some cases, when Silkway is short of aircrafts due to a busy schedule, Azerbaijan Air Force's aircrafts transported the military cargo, although the weapons never reached Azerbaijan. All right, this is a document leak. Documents leaked from the embassy include shocking examples of weapon transport. Case in point, on May 12, 2015, an aircraft of Azerbaijan Air Forces carried 7 to 9 tons of PG-7V, 10 tons of PG-9V to supposed destination via the route Burgas, Bulgaria, and Klirik, Turkey, Burgas, Nososny, Azerbaijan. The co-signer was the American company Purple Shovel, and the co-signee, the Ministry of Defense of Azerbaijan. According to documents, however, the military cargo was offloaded at Incirlik military base and never reached the co-signee. The weapons were sold to Purple Shovel by Algans, Bulgaria, and manufactured by Bulgaria's VMZ military plant. Okay, and keep in mind, the White Helmets, for years, they knew they were terrorists flying Al-Nusra flags and creating propaganda videos, and they were still funding them. $25 million here, $30 million here, a total of $70 million. All right, the UK is still funding them. According to the Federal Contracts Registry, in December of 2014, U.S. SOCOM signed a $26.7 million contract with Purple Shovel. Bulgaria was indicted as the country of origin of the weapons. All right, here's documents that show, all right, the United States paid for this. All right, anyways, here's a picture of her in a terrorist compound with the weapons supplied from the United States of America, Bulgaria, all of them. All right, they fund terrorists. Another U.S. contractor involved in the same program for non-U.S. standard military supplies is Orbital ATK. This company received $250 million over just the past 2 years. Information as to what type of weapons, to whom those weapons were supplied to, is classified. We all know right here they got in the hands of terrorists. Point being, the United States of America funds terrorism. All right, in my past videos, I proved that they do. All right, this woman exposed them, and right after she exposed them, she got fired. All right. All those weapons seen too, the weapons that were supplied, they show on video, those are the same weapons terrorists carry. All right. And Saudi Arabia is involved in it, Israel, and the United States of America. All right. So either way, I just wanted to point that out. I just want to make a quick video. But either way, Isaiah 33:1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled. Dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. When thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. And that's happening right now. This is the time when they shall cease to spoil. All right, they will be spoiled. This is the time when the United States of America, it's in to deal treacherously. They're going to deal treacherously with the United States of America. Again, this is World War III. I just wanted to make a quick video because I have to run some errands. But either way, the United States of America is exposed. There was never a chemical weapon attack. They knew that, and they bombed Syria illegally. Twice. All right, if you look up Silkway Airline, Project Timber Sycamore, they've been funding terrorists for a long time, and they're still doing it now. All right, they're still doing it now. So with that, again, this is World War III. It's happening right now. America is ultimately going to be destroyed via nuclear weapons. So with that, I'm going to say Barak Atah Yahweh, Barak Atah Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Kol Halo Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, double honors, apostle, elders, great millstone, who are the holy apostles, prophets mentioned in the book of Revelation. Bless the Akim that are pushing the word in true sincerity. And to all the men of great millstone, I say Barak Atah, Bahashem Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Waha Racha, Kudash, and Shalom.